on a site called Farm Equipment, and it claims that some owners complained about the machines being designed to be faulty and that they are the ones that had to pay for the quote tailor-trained technicians to come out and fix the machines.
Quote unquote trying to hide this little self-cleaning thing behind some sort of business model.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
As but she ended up having to pay the specific technician to come out there. Yo, what up? It's Amaj back here in another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Trap University. The video is going to be on McDonald's broken ice cream machines. Ah man, I feel like this is like a thing of the culture, and it's just been a thing like flowing through generation to generation right now. And I feel like this shit's been going on for the past 30 years, ever since like it's been, well, ever since McDonald's has been really rampant. I feel like every time you go to ask for some ice cream on like a hot day, they're not serving that. It even said it on the app, bro. To point out how true this is, like I literally looked at the app probably like last week. They said they're not serving ice cream. I'm pretty sure that's due to the ice cream machine being broke, or they say it's broke so they won't have to serve any more ice cream, because a lot of people are asking for that. You already know a lot of kids and their parents head there whenever it's hot because it's probably nice and cheap, and it's McDonald's. I guess it's dealing with that popular thing. But man, it is irritating they just can't quote unquote fix the machine and just get it back flowing, because like it is that time. It's summertime and it's getting hot. But let's see what examples Trap University or discussion we can do with Trap University. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get it.
So one night, me and my wife drove to McDonald's and I ordered a milkshake. But I'm not stupid. I knew the risk I was taking.
Wife? Your dog's your wife? Because all I see in the seat was a dog.
I shouldn't have even been at McDonald's, but it was too late to get a milkshake anywhere else. And of course, the machine was broken. And I said, that's fine, just give me a sweet tea. And on the way home, my wife said, you should make a video about that. About what? I said. How the ice cream machines at McDonald's are always broken? She said, yeah, that would be a good idea, but it's just too silly. But why does this always happen? Is the machine really broke? Or do they just not want to make it? No. Surely, there's no accusations or lawsuits about the machines being intentionally difficult to repair, and allegations of McDonald's trying to have a monopoly on people who can fix the ice cream machine. Okay, so first, who makes the machines? Alright, Taylor. But some locations use a machine from an Italian company called Carpigiani. But Taylor has a machine in at least 13,000 locations. So I found this article on a site called Mashed, and it says a Twitter user created a site that tracks all the broken machines across the US and Canada. But this article also said that the FTC was looking into why the machines were always broken. The Federal Trade Commission. Here's the site, by the way. It's called McBroken, and it's insane. I mean, as you can see, some cities have more than...
People made a whole site dedicated to this whole thing, and the FTC's even like investigating this motherfucker, bro. That proves that this shit is literally rampant. They're either lying or this shit's probably legitimately broken. I only seen one occasion of like the machine being broke, because I think I was at a McDonald's probably in Los Angeles, and like they were just draining the rest of the like ice cream into a bucket or something. I think it was just drizzling out, like not like, you know, doing it in like the form, you know how Yogurtland has their like ice cream, or a regular ice cream dispenser. It just, you know how it comes out, and it was just draining out. So I don't know if they were cleaning it or it was just broken.
50% of their McDonald's ice cream machines down. Now, this site may not be completely accurate, and it seems to update every hour and a half or 2 hours, but there's a company called Kitsch. Or there was a company called Kitsch, as they've now shut down because they tried to go to war in court with a Fortune 500 company. And according to multiple sources, this small startup sued McDonald's for $900 million. And this was just in 2022. But do you know how much McDonald's spends on legal fees? Me neither. It's not really something that you can just find a reliable answer on. But what I did learn is that the chief legal officer, the top lawyer at McDonald's, has an incentive-based salary. It might be a common thing. I mean, I've never worked in the corporate world, so I'm not very fluent in the corporate contracts of lawyers. But in 2025, the person holding this office made $3.8 million. And that's after they took a pay cut. But we getting off topic. You get it. They spend a lot. They have a team of well-paid lawyers and they can afford to drag out a court case longer than the average rich person can. But this tiny startup company developed a device that could essentially get into the machine software and diagnose problems. But sometime after using these devices on the Taylor ice cream machines, McDonald's sent out an email to all of the locations saying that the device was a safety hazard. And so they were all removed. And Kitch lost pretty much all of their revenue. And that's when Jeremy O'Sullivan, the CEO of Kitch, filed a $900 million lawsuit and accused McDonald's of stealing their technology and reverse engineering it to create their own similar.
Look, man, I'm all for like the little person. I'm sorry you got your technology stolen, but like you don't want that war. You don't want that smoke, bro. These people got endless supply of lawyers. He just gave an example right there. These people got like endless amounts of money. You want to keep battling in courts, I'm pretty sure they go just keep like battling until you lose your money, until like all your money's drained and you're gonna be like caught up in legal fees. They already know you're the little guy. They already know that they're the top dog, bro. I wouldn't want to fight that battle, bro.
Device. And it kind of sounds like McDonald's is trying to hide a flaw in these $18,000 machines. But yeah, McDonald's essentially won this lawsuit. They settled without having to admit guilt, and Kitch went out of business. But the restaurant owners at the different locations were not allowed to pay for outside repairs. They couldn't just call anyone to fix or diagnose a machine. And it wasn't even a McDonald's policy. That actually comes from something that was covered under copyright law. DMCA section 1201 says you cannot bypass, deactivate, or impair a technological measure without the authority of the copyright owner. And yeah, the machine is a McDonald's, but the software in the machine belongs to McDonald's. That being said, the Copyright Office made an exemption all the way back in 2024, which finally allowed owners to fix their own machines, or at least be able to contract people that weren't with Taylor. But 2024 is notably in the past. This restriction being lifted didn't seem to change anything. We still have cities like Honolulu and Leeds, where over half the ice cream machines could be down right now as I'm recording. And all of the Canadian cities are doing better than most of the United States cities. But I came across what might be the real problem. Conspiracy theories aside, the machines, or specifically the model that's the most common in McDonald's restaurants, has a 4-hour pasteurizing cycle, which is necessary because it kills harmful bacteria to keep the dairy safe. But it does take 4 hours, and if you do it wrong, the machine doesn't work. And obviously you can't use it while it's on this 4-hour cycle.
Well, it's something called heat mode. You can see right here, our ice cream machine right now is in heat mode. That means it's cleaning itself. That means if you look up top here, the ice cream is turning hot to get rid of all the bacteria in there. And if we try to pull the lever, this will happen. Like that. That's why we don't serve ice cream at certain times of the day. Not because we don't want to, just wanted to know.
Something that is a problem for a restaurant that's open 24 hours. And this might have actually led to McDonald's allowing locations to buy the machine from the Italian company that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But the machine with the 4-hour cycle, that's just one machine. It's the most common one, but Taylor makes a lot of different machines that are used for other purposes, so I can't say they're all the same. But why Taylor though? These machines are the problem. There's an article on a site called Farm Equipment, and it claims that some owners complained about the machines being designed to be faulty, and that they are the ones that had to pay for the quote, Taylor-trained technicians to come out and fix the machines. And this
so like it's basically them quote unquote trying to hide this little self-cleaning thing behind some sort of business model, and like the person that has the machine end up having to pay the specific technician to come out there. They basically like making money off of you and then, you know, recuperating more money to pay a technician to come out and fix it. Specifically, like one person to come out and fix that shit, bro. That's some slimy ass business right there. But it's a ruthless ass world we live in. So what can you expect? What literally can you expect from all these people, bro? Everybody in the United States, around the world, are just slimy motherfuckers.
was expensive.
O'Sullivan even claims that the fragile design is intentional, so Taylor can rake in repair fees.
A McDonald's employee is supposed to pick up the phone, ring, ring, call a Taylor technician. Hey, please come out. We really want to pay Taylor another $500 for repairs.
Well, that may not be especially true. Taylor declined an on-camera interview, but said by email, Taylor does not make any money off of servicing its machines. All repairs to Taylor machines are handled by a network of independent distributors.
And even if the machines aren't designed to be faulty and they just really are complicated and difficult, McDonald's is protecting Taylor. If a machine is constantly broken and causing your stores to miss out on money, why wouldn't McDonald's immediately suggest a different machine instead of having the same one in over 13,000 stores? For reference, there's less than 50,000 stores. So 13,000, Taylor has a big chunk of all the McDonald's in existence. And you won't believe it, unless you already know the story, of course, but it goes all the way back to 1956 with a handshake agreement. A handshake agreement. It's exactly what it sounds like. And it's actually legally binding. No contract. Just two guys who trust each other shaking hands. That's a real thing. And taking part in this handshake in the mid-1950s was an inventor named Lewis, the head of Taylor, and the other guy was Ray. Ray Kroc, the man who bought McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I think I know this story of Ray Kroc actually, being a ruthless businessman that he is, and he basically stole the McDonald's franchise from like two brothers. He didn't make like McDonald's. He bought out every one of them, and he actually worked on the handshake agreement with the brothers, and this dude went back on it and. This guy was a ruthless ass businessman, and he made money off of it.
Was from the McDonald's family and turned it into what it is today. Ray needed heavy-duty milkshake machines, Taylor was established, they had the machines, and they shook on it. Seriously, Ray was actually known for doing business like this in the 50s. Exclusive partnerships with a handshake. That's how McDonald's got Coca-Cola. A handshake in the parking lot of a McDonald's right outside of Chicago in 1955. If the machines are prone to shutting down, then it seems like everybody was wrong, because a lot of people will just tell you that the employees don't want to make the ice cream, so they lie and say it's broken, and some people will say that the machines just are not being properly maintained, but the real answer appears to be that they shook on it, and you can't take those back. Just imagine, you're a businessman in the mid-1950s. You got your suit on, you run a restaurant, but you want it to be bigger. Number one, you want to take over the world. And these guys, Taylor, say they got what you need. You want an exclusive deal, and they do too. They're established, and they took the time to come and meet you, on time. So you shake hands on it, and here we are. Over half a century later, due to mutual trust, we're going to be stuck with these machines forever. And what's even crazier is that Ray bought out the McDonald's brothers for $2.7 million.
Was this some type of integrity, respect shit? Like, y'all working on a handshake deal, like, I guess you trying to honor this deal from almost 50 years ago? Man, if you don't just stop that shit right now and like get some of these new machines in or go with a different brand or something, like technology has been upgraded so much compared to what you probably like working still on the handshake deal with these machines. Like I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just the respect in it all. I don't know, maybe somebody from Ray Kroc's family or something is trying to keep that deal in place, or maybe the generations have some type of thing going on behind the scenes. You just never know with these companies. They always got something backed up, but like if you're losing money off of this, like I would think you would want to correct this.
Yeah, sure, that's about $30 million with inflation today, but it's crazy considering that McDonald's is a Fortune 500 company now, that the brothers actually sold it for under $3 million. Richard McDonald, the youngest brother, and the first McDonald's cook ever, in a real Chad move, said that he has no regret about the situation. And who knows, they probably shook on this too when he handed them a check. So the next time you go to a McDonald's and it's midnight and you just want an ice cream cone, you've already ordered it on the mobile app, but when you get to the window, they say the machine is broken, just remember, they're not trying to inconvenience you. They're just working with the consequences of a handshake in 1956. The more you know. This is something that had to be solved. As you can see, we're making a difference. So be nice to the McDonald's employees in the drive-thru. But I thank you guys for watching.
I mean, yeah, I guess in this video we essentially learned that it's not the employees' fault, or it's not like, the fault of the employees, because they're trying. They want to give you some ice cream, I'm pretty sure, because it's part of their job. They just serve you. But yeah, just to learn that this is like working on some shitty ass handshake deal from the 1950s is the most stupid thing ever, bro. They couldn't just break that handshake deal, but like I said, it must be something going on behind the scenes. It must be some type of respect, integrity with this company. Like I said, generations pass by, they probably keeping it and honoring it. Even though generations change down the road, you never know what somebody might do in the future and just get some more machines. But I low-key think it's that latter one right there, when Taylor comes out and repairs it and makes more money off of them. It really sounds like it. It really sounds like a good money play. Them denying that is literally like such a dumb move, bro. They know damn well it's the latter one. They're trying to make more money off of these people. It is what it is with these companies, bro. I don't put it past anybody, bro. I don't put it past anybody. Like I said, they slimy. But hey, I mean, I don't really be buying ice cream from McDonald's. I usually go somewhere else like Cold Stone or, whatever is close, because I already know McDonald's machine is gonna be broke or not serving ice cream. It's always like that. But Let me know what you guys think below. And go take a look at Trap University's original video. It'll be linked in the description. And we are on the road to 800 subscribers. Catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?